Yo, what is good, people? It is your boy Zeus here today, and we have a brand new video on settings, audio settings, actual gameplay, and loads of other stuff for ranked play on MW2. So, jumping straight into things, I've basically got to Diamond 3, rank 17. Haven't played it too much, to be honest. I think I've had about 68 wins, so it's not going too bad for me. But I have had a lot of issues with settings, and I think I've actually found the correct settings for me. So I'm going to relay it to you guys, and hopefully it'll work for you lot, and it'll just improve your game drastically, as it has done for me. So first of all, we're going to go into graphics. Obviously, display mode, I'm using full screen borderless now, just to switch between screens and stuff. But you're best to have it on full screen exclusive. Obviously, graphics card, your monitor. Dynamic resolution I have off, aspect ratio off, no, automatic, sorry. VSync and VSync menus definitely have these off. Now, I'm not just going to keep saying off, off, off for everything, just copy every setting I have down. Brightness, this is personal preference, but I have on 64. And then let's move over to quality. So quality presets custom, render resolution 100, and fidelity cast, this is probably the best one for me. You can also probably try the NVIDIA DLSS, but just stick with cast and see if it works better for you. This one you want it on 100. And then here, the anti-aliasing is Filmic, whatever it's called. This one is ultra quality, and then video memory scale. Now this one's weird because I remember playing ranked yesterday and I had it on like 40, and my whole screen just like tearing, bro. Like it weren't fun. And this is the only setting that actually kind of changed that for me. So I put it on 80, and it seems to be the sweet spot for me. So give it a go. Details and textures. Please just copy these and pause the video if you need to. I'm going to try and get the ones what are very, very important. So obviously your streaming quality low. This one is low. Your spot cache ultra. Da, 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 da. All of these, just keep copying them. And as we go further down, this one's a big one as well. The reflex low latency. Have this on plus boost. Definitely have these off your motion blur and your weapon motion blur. Field grain all the way down to 0.0. Then let's go over to view. Now, field of view, a lot of the pro players end up having between, I think it's 105 to like 108. The sweet spot for me is 105 at the moment, but just don't go to 120 unless you're playing Warzone or something, because multiplayer is completely different to how ranked play and Warzone play. Like, it's completely different. So ADS field of view is on affected. Now, weapon field of view, have this on wide as well. And these ones down here, just copy these. Now, that's all your graphics done, and don't forget to press apply all, otherwise you'll just have to go through it all again. So moving over, we go to controller. If you're a controller player like me, I have no idea about keyboard and mouse, so you might have to go to a different video to copy them settings. But for controller, I have the tactical and tactical for this. I also have a scuff. Bumper ping is off, this one's off. Controller vibration, this is a big one for me. That I always have this off, bro. Like if you keep getting shot, your controller, she's going blah, 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 blah. Like, no, you don't want that, bro. It's just put your aim completely off target. So if we go to aiming, I have 7.7. Now I've recently switched from having on 11.11 to 7.7 just because of the accuracy on ranks. Like you need full on accuracy, and by slowing it down just a little bit, it'll help you for sure. But if you feel it's not like the correct sensitivity for you, just keep going up by 1 and seeing how it goes. Now the ADS sensitivity multiplier at 0.75. This one, I see a few people change it, but I changed it back. It didn't really seem to help me at all. Now another one we have is weapon mount activation double tap ADS. Now your automatic sprint, I have this off, and I think we go to advanced. Aim response curve type is on dynamic, and your aim assist is on default. Target aim assist, definitely have this on, otherwise you're just going to get absolutely wrecked. Now, the input dead zones, I have the left stick and the right stick on 0.07, just because I have a little bit of stick drift. And the way to check this out, the best possible way, is going into a private match and or going to Warzone match, and you see when you bring up your tactical map, move your stick, like, let me get it in the camera here. So move your stick maybe just the slightest little bit and get it to hold there. And if you see like your character moving while it's like stationary, or the map moving, that means you've got stick drift. and you don't want that cell, just make your aim go wild. So what I do is starting from 0.01, maybe put it up to 0.05 on both and seeing how it works. And when you get no stick drift at all, that's when you know that's the correct setting for you. So going down to left trigger and right trigger, I have trigger stops, so I don't really think this applies for me. Gyro, I leave this all just normal. There is another one here, which is my tactical sprint behavior. I have this on double tap. And there is another one, which is your invert slide and dive behavior. I have this on inverted, and I think this is the ledge hang mantle behavior, mantle only. And that is pretty much it, guys, for the actual settings. So I hope that does help you out. Now we're going to move over to the actual class loadouts, because this is a big thing right now. So I have I have 4 loadouts in total. So the SMG, which is the Vaznev, the attachments I use is the Bruin Pendulum, the FSS Sharkfin 90, True Tack Grip, and the Broadside FCT. Now, the tuning, I have actually tuned it, so feel free to pause the video if you want to do these tunings, or just leave it completely basic and see how you run, but they're definitely the meta attachments for sure. But as I've said, I've been watching a lot of pro players at the minute use these guns with these attachments and use these settings, and they seem to be doing really well, and I seem to be doing well, so see how it goes for sure. And that'll be the last tuning, which is the stock for it. Now I create 2 classes. I do one with dead silence and I do another one with trophy system, and I have a combat knife as my secondary, stun grenade, semtex, and this is my perk package, which is double time bomb squad fast hands. Now the reason why I have dead silence and a trophy is because on hardpoint I seem to run trophies, just because I feel dead silence isn't really beneficial too much. Control, I seem to run dead silence. I'm more of a player who seems to kind of go back in their spawn, pop a deadie, get a couple of kills, just keep that dead silence going. S&D also, you're going to want to be running dead silence on S&D for sure. So that's the first class, submachine gun class, and don't forget to do one with dead silence and the other one with a trophy. Now we're going to move over to the Scar H class, and for this one, exact same perk package and exact same dead silence and trophy, but for the attachments I haven't got no tune-ins on these, and these are the attachments: Tundra Barrel, Phase 3 Grip, High Velocity, and the FSS Combat Grip, and the X-Line Pro. Now for sure you copy these and you'll be doing a lot better than you have actually been doing. So let's actually hop into some gameplay and see how well we do. So we're actually over at the gameplay now, and it's on that Mexican map. I don't even know the name of it, man. I just can't pronounce these names of these maps, but I actually did pretty well this game. I was using a Vaznev class, which I already showed you at the start of the video. But I think I went on like a 13 or a 14 kill streak, just started popping off. We was actually losing by like 20 points at the start. Not 20 points, by 80 points at the start. Managed to bring it back. I feel like hardpoint is definitely my strong point on ranked, for sure. S&D, I'm not too bad to be fair. I'm alright, average. Control, I despise, but certain maps I can do really well on. But hardpoint for sure, I just love it. It's so good, especially if you have a decent team playing with you. But I seem to be playing a lot recently with just me and one friend doing like a duo, trying to slay out some 4-man teams. But it is really annoying when you get like a 4-man team on the other team and you're in a duos. Maybe they should change it on ranked where it should be if you're going in as a duo, you can only find duos, or if you're in a solo, like everyone has to be a solo. But I don't know, that might be a thing in the future, but for now we've just got to stick to how it is. But I definitely feel hardpoint, people need to kind of like get the gist of how to play it. A lot of people end up going for like 10 seconds of scrap time on the hill, when I normally, if I see a hill and the other team have got it and there's probably like 22 seconds left, I'll maybe do one last little push. If I get killed, I'm ahead to the next rotation. And definitely if it's a big rotation map, and there's an actual hardpoint in a spot where you can easily lock it down, you need to get on them early rotations, guys, because you could potentially be holding that next hill for the full time, or maybe 40 to 50 seconds, and definitely early rotate. That is the biggest thing. Next thing I would possibly say is map awareness for sure, guys. If you know and you play Call of Duty for a long time, you'll probably understand like the spawn system. So I don't know, let's just say you're playing the hydroelectric map, which is a bit of like a off-topic map, because I just feel like that map is so buggy. Like even on hardpoint, let's just say you're at P2 on hardpoint and you've spawned there, you've got the hill. I've been there at some times, and I've been on the hard point, and they literally spawn 5 feet behind me while I'm on the hill, and I've got someone anchoring as well. So I don't know. I feel like it's a bit weird. Like, I don't feel like there's an actual anchoring system on this game. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I just feel it's really, really strange. But as for like S&D and stuff, I definitely want to get some more players playing with me and maybe forging a team, getting somewhere on ranked, because I feel just playing in a duo at the minute, guys, is very stressful. But nevertheless, I feel definitely this gun and them attachments and all of the settings will definitely help you. It's definitely improve my game. I was roughly dropping maybe I, I'm definitely first or second on the leaderboard most games, but I was maybe dropping about 10 less kills than what I have been using all of this stuff. But that wraps up the gameplay, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. It really helps me out. We're nearly pushing a K right now. And definitely like the video because it will share my video a lot more, and I can help a lot more people. So as always, it's been your boy Zeus, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.